and welcome back to more Birth Me Code. When we last left off, we started our next deduction room. We also had a group choice too, which I wonder how far that optional group choice would have gone if we had pawned off Superbia to Tristia. Oh, I saw me there briefly. But for now, we have stuff to do. I would love to know how to get out of here, but that's bed. I'm really freaked out by this room. You and me both, sister. Who the hell would have a bedroom like this in a school? Maybe it's a replicated one and not the actual one. Duh. That must have been obvious. Then again, you don't expect Pandora to be able to do something like this, so can't fault them for not thinking about it. I just wonder about the reason for replicating all these rooms. Maybe it's so we feel at home? I don't feel like Pandora would want us to live here, though. We only have 6 hours in total, more or less. If either of you want to search this bed more, feel free. I'm gonna check the rest of the stuff in here. It'll look so interesting comparatively. Yeah, sure. Leave the people with the lesser stuff, won't you? You feel like someone who leaves the people with the lesser stuff. So, like, that's your purgatory now. Fair. That's still. Came back to check on the peasants, didn't you? Yep. I'm not a peasant, you idiot. I don't care what you are. I care about what you found. If you found anything. Ah! There was this piece of paper with a diagram. It's giving a bunch of hours. I don't get it at all. Just take it. I'm gonna sleep here a little. At the middle of an investigation? Didn't you just say we didn't have much time before? A girl needs her beauty sleep. Fair? This paper with hours written on it. I wish I could examine it, but I guess we'll get to that when that time comes. Oh, there's the dictionary on the shelves above the bed. To be more precise, it's a dictionary in parts? Wouldn't be the dictionary of small-time literature? Wouldn't that get absurdly boring or something? Why not stories about unicorns? Judging by the look of this place, I don't think whoever lives here would read stories about unicorns. Fair. There's a thesaurus in there too. That's some kind of dinosaur. The Thesaurus Rex. You mean the Tyrannosaurus Rex? A thesaurus is just a dictionary for obnoxious people. Okay, that was good. This isn't useful to our search. Guess we can shelve this thought for now. I dig it. Let me guess. These contain nothing too? Oh, no, they contained a piece of paper. Look, it says, finally eliminate 1. That sounds pretty important to solve this room, if you ask me. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Let's pull it with the other important stuff we found. What about this wardrobe? Won't unlock. Neither the left nor the right door works. I think we have to do something else first. A small girl crossed her arms, rather put off about her investigation, yielding no results. Just have to figure out what to do with it then. Okay, what do we have to do? Mirror? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the bitchiest of them all? And Cora glanced over at Superbia. The bunny girl was taking a nap on the bed. She's even already asleep, huh? That saves the need to feed her an apple. I can barely see myself in the mirror when I'm up close. Me too. We're too short for normal people mirrors. Isn't it a little high, actually? Kind of. Someone tall must live here. Yeah, everything's a bit high up. Taller than me, at least. Part of me wonders if Superbia is the principal's daughter. And that's why she's got this high and mighty attitude. But she's obviously the... Oh, that's the door. Okay. Cool. When I stepped in here, I knew this clock was cool. After admiring the clock for a short moment, Ancora pulled out the piece of paper with the hours on it. Slowly, she adjusted each clock hand to the hours, minutes, and seconds indicated on it. Seeing how a few combinations didn't work in any way whatsoever, she gave up, not understanding what was wrong. Tried all 3 combinations. The bunny spied onto the paper Ancora was holding, the one Superbia herself had found. None of them work. Try adding them together. Ancora tried that, but she saw no result. She was about to give up, but after a few seconds had passed... Oh! A small click echoed from a nearby piece of furniture. Oh, wait. Looks like it unlocked something else. Let's investigate that. Rabbit already left the surroundings by the time Ancora realized that the clock itself opened too. Oh! Inside was an object waiting at the very bottom. It was a golden key. Perfect. Now maybe we can get that journal open. Yeah, and keep talking to yourself aloud too. Good idea, Ancora. Smart. Well done. At least Superbia didn't stay around to brood. That she totally, smartly nailed that puzzle. This is where I heard that click from. This thing should open now. And just as predicted, the doors flew wide open after Ancora tugged on them. Just imagining Ancora just stiffening herself, giving it her strongest tug, and then the doors just open wide and she goes tumbling to the floor. And Superbia laughs. Yeah, I'm literally my only evidence to the random thought in my head that Superbia might be the principal's daughter is that everything in here is way too tall. And that's very weak evidence. Not gonna lie. So, and besides, it's pretty clear that she's the daughter of some rich dude in some capacity, which is clearly a silver spoon lodged firmly in her mouth. But at least it seems like with everything that's happened, with killing off her BF she was treating like shit, spoons come out slightly. She's coming a bit back down to the rest of us. Alright, door. Yeah. She hadn't expected them to open nearly this easily, so the force she put in made her fall down right onto her ass. Oh, oh, never mind. It actually did happen the way I imagined it. Ow! Hey, watch out. Did my sensory inputs deceive me? Did she just care for someone else? You almost bumped into me. Okay. Inside is another one of these pieces of paper. This one says, second, eliminate 4. I wonder what that's all about. Clearly, they're directives, but I'm not sure if we have everything we need with this. Let's keep looking around longer. Okay. I was half expecting a dismissive wave and hey, watch out. Oh no, Ancora fell over. I'm so upset about that. No. What do our items look like? We can do that, but... So, second eliminate 4, finally eliminate 1. Oh, these are even in order. First eliminate 2, second eliminate 4, finally eliminate 1. So he didn't do a murder. I don't know how that's relevant. He didn't do a drug. Did the principal blow up the fucking school? I mean, I guess we'll find out. Using the key she found in the clock, Ancora opened the journal. Flicking through the pages, she looked for any hints, but it was clear this was purposefully left blank for the most part. Find anything in it? Not yet. The pages are blank. Superbia tried swiping the book over to give her own cursory search, but Ancora avoided her by quickly shifting to the side. She was nearing the end anyway. The most interesting page was the penultimate one, on which some words were written, accompanied accompanied with a large periodic table of elements. It says, "I'll get them for what they did to you, Dad." On the very final page, third eliminates 7. Oh. This is all very important stuff. I'll have to keep note of it. Keep note of the latter part, at least. First part is not related to the answer to this room. Just that this principal has a daughter. Someone with daddy issues, huh? And what's with the periodic table? Oh, that's so dumb. And Cora closed the journal back up to resume her search. I wonder if we could use the keypad. 2741. 2471 could be a code. We have 4 articles, so the thought was to use that to factor out this, but Trio approached the bookshelves. I think we can open this now. I found a few pieces of evidence with numbers on them, and this keypad takes numbers. Oh, I want to do it. What's the code? The code has something to do with the numbers. Remember 7214? Yeah? So what's the code? Her tone was a little more demanding now. Since she stood beside the keypad, it was clear she wanted to input the number. Well, we had indications before, too. How'd they go again? I think I got elimination. Oh, shit. I wish I could check my items. There you go. The answer was 2471. And Cora communicated the answer to Luxuria, who immediately input the combination, making the glass door open slightly. Now the group could access the books inside. Huh. I thought the numbers were for the murder answer? Hey! Look inside. There's some me cards. Luxuria had already swiped one, and she gave the other to Superbia. Hey! Where's mine? However, since there were only 2 cards, it left Cora without one. There was something else inside, though. Cora managed to grab a key out of the bookshelves from behind other books. Oh, its teeth are in the shape of a G. The shape of a G, huh? It's the G-unit key. And there's something else. There's a piece of paper inside. I bet it's related to the question. Pulling it out, she read it over and then showed it to the others. Apparently, she had no idea what it meant. If you eliminate those 4, what is left? That's what it says. Feels like this time we don't have a lot of possible outcomes, huh? Yeah. It's pretty simple for a question. Huh? Huh? What's simple? The answer. I think I have it. Is it nothing? Even I could deduce it. Why was this room a hell of a lot easier than the first fucking dumb room we've been in? Whatever. Let's gather at the door when you 2 are ready. So it's gotta be nothing. They're right, anyway. The paper has everything to do with the question. Well, I guess it's time for us to bail. Wait, I don't know what the answer is. Then don't answer the door. You'll have a 100% chance of living, too. No, I mean, I'd like to understand the process. Oh, well, it's rather simple. She shrugged, motioning over to their combined findings. There's some stuff in there that most likely can be used for multiple purposes. All we did, at least I'm assuming Superbia came to the same conclusion as mine, was to apply that knowledge. The smaller girl scurried off to the papers, trying to make heads or tails of it all. A few moments later, she called out to the duo. So the crime the principal committed was the bombs? He was the one who set them off as revenge for getting arrested? No, wait. That's my conclusion, too. It's the only thing that makes sense based on everything we've gathered. No, that's wrong. She shook her head a little. Principal didn't set off the bombs. That's most decidedly someone else. I guess I'll answer then. It's simpler that way. No objections from me. None from me either. Two of them waited with bated breath as Ancora stepped forward and yelled, as she did before, "Let me out! Principal's crime is..." At least try. Let's see what else we can do to fuck this up. Look at instructions! Fair. Fair. Is this just going to be the... Yeah, this is going to be... These are the 4 crimes, and the 4 directives eliminated all 4 of the crimes. The answer is very obvious, but... Dregs. False. There's none of those. Nothing. He did not commit any crime. For a moment it seemed like the answer was wrong, but the door came unlocked very shortly. 2 other girls released the breath they'd been holding. What? What kind of answer is that? We searched through this entire place. We got a list of 4 crimes. 4! And the answer was no crime? Exactly. Eliminating all the numbers to open the bookcase was the only use for the indications we found there. Forgot to tell you, Lux, but there also was third eliminate 7 that I found inside the journal. We just didn't keep track of it on paper or anything. His reasoning was good. It was just ignoring part of the solution. Or it just wasn't using all the evidence available. Well, let's get the fuck out of here then. Everything's unlocked, so let's live. My time was going down, but we were fairly fast. Let's go! 2 of them left, followed by Ancora. Probably one of the simplest rooms in here. Perhaps even the simplest one altogether. But this is interesting, isn't it? While this answer should come at no surprise, we now have introduced other crimes into the equation. Crimes the principal didn't commit. Of course not. The reason is that my emptiness is to blame for all of those crimes. Including the bombs? Met aside. That sounds concerning. Superbia, Luxuria, and Ancora emerged into the hallway. The door did not lock up yet. It would not until the timer was done counting down. At a glance, it didn't look like any of the other teams were out yet. From coming out as the last group to coming out as the first group. Can we team up again for the next round? I looked a little excited at how easy this room had been. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that we have our me cards now. She took hers out, looking at it for a brief moment. All of a sudden, Luxuria pointed at Ancora, having realized their little problem. But Cora doesn't have one yet. All she has is that key. We need to find one so we can vote at the consoles along with her. Yeah. Maybe we should split up then. Let's do that while the others are still not done with their rooms. And thus the search began anew. After convening to split up, Superbia went towards the closed doors. While Luxuria went back to the larger room, and Ancora went to the corner she and Luxuria had fetched Superbia from. When Ancora walked by the second door down the hall, she heard a small click. Next, the door came open, and just as quickly, out was Invidia. Oh hey, Cora. Your group finished, huh? Yeah. Where's Trist? Oh, he's coming. He wanted to examine the room a little bit more. It's not really my stuff, so I decided to leave earlier. I got a me card, and I guess your group found 2, too. Right, I also got this key. He showed it to Ancora. Teeth had a strange shape in the form of the letter I. Oh. With the first one I got, I can now create an AI. AI? Yeah, an artificial intelligence. Mostly because the first one looked like an A, and this one looks like an I see. He scratched his jaw a little, pensive for a moment. To be entirely serious, I don't think I could make an AI, honestly. They're super complex, you know? They're a bit like us in design. An artificial person created by code, who can think and improve on their own. Yeah, that's a little far-fetched. I don't know if we'll get there for a while. I mean, some people can still barely use the internet without taking over the phone line. But more importantly, about the keys, what do you think they mean anyway? They have letters on them, right? Whatever it is, it's not possible to solve without all the keys. Asking other people might tip me off about their knowledge of this game. Huh. Beats me. Okay, listen, this is going to sound a little random, but... which one do you like most in the group? Huh? What do you mean? Why... that's sudden. No, the group of keys. Which letter do you like most? Oh, you mean that. Cora chose after a second. She picked... clearly the A key. I think I like the A key the most. See how the teeth just look like their real key? It's only subtly the A key. Interesting. I wanted to trade you my A key for your G key, in fact. So that's quite a coincidence. Especially since it's an A key like Ancora. Oh, will you trade it to me? That would be kinda neat. Sure, that's why I brought it up. Ancora shrugged, having no real opinion in the matter. It was then decided that they would trade the keys. The two of them traded keys together. Interesting. Ancora gave her G key away to Nvidia, while he gave her his A key. I thought it might be fun, that's all. I don't have a lot of time, and I guess if you got the key, then you might have gotten the me card. Yeah, Lux and Bia got them, so you split up to look for them now. I wouldn't count on Bia being too useful for that, but... I'll help then. I'll go search in those side classrooms. You know, all the random ones that seem to be locked. I'm sure we can access some of them. Otherwise, why not block them? They're pretty much all empty. Sure, if you want. I'll go search in this corner area then. See you later. Where is Trist? And the two of them parted ways. And Cora resumed her trip to the other end of this hallway, this time without any other interruptions. When she arrived there, she had a door coming open and closing. That was most likely Tristitia leaving the room. Fair. A few moments later again, she heard another door come open, this time in the far distance. Judging by the footsteps that followed, it looked like Avarisha and Gula both left their room. So everyone's out then. We have to find that me card really quickly, or else. And I almost forgot, but someone needs to surrender their right to live right now, too. We're quickly running out of time. And Cora's helmet read almost 3 hours. They only had, at most, 10 minutes before the hour mark would close upon them, and everyone would lose at that point in time, if nothing was done. Yet Ancora wasn't nearly so panicked. We've still got time. First, the me card. Maybe this is a good spot to spy on some of the helmets. After I thought about it a little more, it became apparent that this choice was the right one. While thinking, Ancora had been investigating the nearby door, which unlocked thanks to her newly obtained key. Oh! Here we go. That was easy. Need to think Vidi later. Really need to drop this habit of talking aloud to yourself there, Ancora. By talking under your breath to yourself. Pushing the door open, she entered the corner room. It was a staircase. It didn't go anywhere because the second floor was otherwise inaccessible. There was an emergency exit, but obviously it didn't open. There was no visible lock or handle. It was as if that door was nothing but a wall. There's a strange graffiti on one of the walls. No one can see it unless they walked in here. It says Mid-Air Avionics. Naturally. And nothing else. What does it even mean? It likely is... Well, clearly it's an anagram. It's weird. If it's an anagram, it doesn't match anything that makes sense. Can't make heads or tails of it. I guess it's one of those things I'll have to keep in mind. It's going to bother me for a while, though. As soon as I get a hint as to what it really means. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to solve the crud out of this one. Well, this is as good a spot to spy on other people as it can be. No one's going to stumble into here. The real question is, who's available for hacking? It's dependent on the frequencies currently displayed. It seemed as though there were 4 possible helmets to spy upon this time round. That's a jackpot. Let's see, I can hack Nvidia, Superbia, Luxuria, or Gula. I want to hack Nvidia, though. I have no idea why he was so insistent on trading the A key over for the G key. Visuals came onto the screen when Nvidia's helmet was hacked. Bingo! Not even a puzzle this time. Wait. Something's wrong. Why would there not be a puzzle this time? What is this? A blank screen? The frequencies match. What does this mean? Oh, this is literally the same thing as Luxuria. What do those two have in common? Maybe out of hacking range. Well, one problem solved itself. What? Suddenly everyone's visions were overtaken by me once again. Apologies for this abrupt call. It is very important, though. I must inform you that someone in your group has left the boundaries of the game. This is not currently allowed, so I have both good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Rhetorical. Everyone always wants to hear the bad news first, especially if they don't relate to them. Which is the case here. That way you can all feel sorry for what happened. And then you can celebrate with the good news. The bad news is that the one who is wearing the helmet that left the boundaries has now been removed from the game. That is right, they have surrendered their right to live. The good news is, since someone has surrendered their right to live before the hour slice was over, well, now you have 1 more hour before a vote is required. Of course, you can always trigger the vote early. Remember that only 3 of you will not surrender your right to live, so if the survivors number above that count, you better get to work. If you had any puzzle door left to solve, however, you'll have to do the vote first anyway. No vote, no progress. I'll see you later. Well, then the screens came back to normal, and Cora shuddered. We gave Nvidia the G key and he yeeted himself out of existence. That's unfortunate. Well, I know who surrendered their right to live. It's clearly Nvidia. That's actually a little bad, because he had 2 keys and he was quite helpful. I guess we can worry over that later. Well, shit. Right now I need to hack someone, especially because tensions will be at an all-time high due to someone surrendering their right to live. Decide to hack. I wanna hack Gula. Wait, what is this? Her too? There's nothing. But our helmets share the same frequency. I'm absolutely sure to check. There's not much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program, or I'm just missing something vital somehow. It should normally immediately boot. There's not much I can do about it except pick another helmet to hack for now. Decide to hack. Superbia. What? Okay. We've been railroaded into hacking Luxuria. I wonder if that's trust-based as well. It's all relative. What? I am really confused. I mean, we got that. Okay, that's what we needed for him. I don't know what we could make out of the rest of that puzzle, but that seems to be the point of it. Fair. Minsk. Also appreciate how all the scene names start with me. Smile and shine, our sign. We didn't find anything new, did we? Even though Ira's body is missing. Avaricia and Luxuria were together. The two were in the crossroads, but they weren't far from Wing A. Luxuria was looking into an adjacent area containing some lockers, though she wasn't having any success. That still gives me the creeps. Next to them was a wall that was as empty as could be. It was made of large rectangular metallic plates with other bits and pieces of metal shut tight against them. No matter how hard someone banged at them, they didn't open. What a shame. I wonder where Nvidia went. Well, no point sticking around. Here. Okay, I think that time it was my recording software that definitely... Lovely PC started doing some shit started doing some shit in the background and taking up all of the... Okay, where were we? What a shame. Not what? Huh? I wonder where Nvidia went. Well, no point sticking around here. Two of them agreed and left the area to go back into Wing A. Wandered into one side for a few moments before realizing they were going back towards classrooms they'd explored. Oh, this isn't going to be really useful. I already searched that side. What about the classrooms? They split up, looking at each door in turn until they found one that unlocked. Risha turned the handle and stepped inside, while Luxuria waited outside. Why is she not going inside yet? Is she guarding the room? Nothing came of the strange behavior, and instead, Avaricia left the room and closed the door behind her. In her hand was a me card, clutched alongside her other one. Oh, he found one! Now Cora will be fine. Maybe. It would still do well to talk with others about, you know, our additional hour. It's kind of hard to believe he's gone just like that. Yeah. I think I saw Bia going into the other hallway. Fine then, let's go there. Even if I don't especially feel enthused about talking to her. They left the first part of Wing A to go back to the crossroads, spying Gula and Tristitia in the distance. But not once to leave their current goal aside, they went back into Wing A. In the second, more spacious hallway this time. Very quickly, they ran into Superbia. Oh, hey. At first, Superbia had tried to act like she didn't see them, but it became more and more impossible as the two of them closed the distance. Have you found anything so far? Superbia was clearly growing frustrated again. I know I didn't find anything, but at least with Vidi gone, we've got all the time in the world. I guess, but there's no point in rejoicing about it. What's the big deal anyway? Look, I want to be nice and whatever, but it's not like our predicament hasn't been weighted down by mind. We're still going to die if we don't vote in the next hour or so. And honestly, the earlier we vote, the better. Do you really want to be nice, or are you just saying that like that? I just wanted to not be mean for those who are gone. What do they care anyway? They're gone. It's not like they're gonna walk up to me and slap me. No, but I can do that. And as a teacher, as a student, nobody gives a shit. And here you're all the same as everyone else. That means you're expendable, according to Pandora. Expendable? Oh, you guys remember, yeah? Pandora is our leader. Or leader, I should say. Never seen her face. Still gave me directives. Hate that. Hate it so much. Hate being told what to do. I'm my own girl. You're your own bitch, yes. None of this is any useful. What were you doing before, anyway? Looking around here for a me card? Yeah. Vinny told you before he croaked? He did. Oh, awfully nice of you. But I don't think you're going to find anything here. This is a waste. Luxuria had remained quiet for a while. Avarisha was going to ask for her input, but Superbia interrupted her just as she began talking. We should split back up. Good idea for once. We can cover more ground that way. I'll see you two later. The teacher wandered off, leaving the two girls alone. What an idiot. The teacher went back towards the other classrooms, though her search ended up being unsuccessful. They already had found the me card anyway. Now she was searching for Ancora without a doubt. Without Vidi, things are a bit emptier. We already lost 3 people. No point delaying it. I guess I'll go to the voting machine. There's also no point sticking around here anymore. She walked away as Superbia came into her vision again. She was going in the direction of Ancora's hiding spot. The key was still in the lock, so if she didn't act quickly, the rabbit was going to figure out this door could be opened, and then things would spiral out of control. The simplest solution was to just cut the feed for the time being. Superbia came by Ancora after the blonde girl had left the corner in which she had previously been exploring. Cora, we're gathering back up, I think. Did you get your me card? Ancora wasn't ready to go do the vote just yet. Deciding to extend the time towards which it would happen, she shook her head, despite having found a me card. No. This area was as empty as before. There's gotta be more, right? But there are a lot of me cards we just aren't seeing because... You know how we need 39 me cards to finish this. Calculated like this, you get 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. Yep. Together they'll add up to 39. This accounts for 6 hours of votes. You're right. That means we should have found 8 this time around. Our total should be 17. But the rooms only gave us me cards until we reached 15. I'd be fine with 15 since we're 6 left, but Vidi has one and now he's gone. Well, let's gather up anyway. We can figure this shit out then. She took the lead and Cora followed behind. The duo made their way back through the wing hay with the goal of regrouping with the others at the crossroads. You know. Forget it. What was that all about? I don't know. It feels strange inside. Like I'm missing something. Maybe... The girl paused, stopping her movements near the puzzle door. Maybe you're missing Ira. You two were dating, right? And for all you keep saying, I think you needed him more than he needed you. Nonsense! Fuck that! He needed me. No, please, stop. You're deceiving yourself. Look, just... figure out what it really meant to you. Companionship with him. Because if you don't figure that out for yourself, I think you won't get a chance to. It's now or never. Huh. Superbia remained silent and the two of them walked again. Soon they arrived at the crossroads proper. Yes, that's my idea. Please don't feel bad for me. What? The group had been in a heated debate over who would be next on the chopping block. Luxuria apparently was making known her idea for the others to vote for her. Oh. Gula was supporting her choice, but Tristia wasn't in agreement with it. Avarisha was staying on the sidelines. As Ancora and Superbia approached the survivors, the horse-masked boy's tone turned harsher. You're one of the few I still trust, so it can't be you. You're You're also the lowest threat of the group. I refuse to vote for you, because there are better targets. What's going on? Why does Lux want to be voted out? She says she wants to be voted out, because she's fine with it. She's trying to win cute points. I don't agree with it. You can't be everyone's martyr, Lux. You're trying to be a Kana, but you can't. There's only one Kana Kazuchiki, and she died a hero. Well, I agree with her. To be honest, I don't actually care who gets voted for next if it's not me. The good old selfish routine. Should have expected it. If they agree with it, then there's nothing to do about it. Indeed. My choice has already been made. Luxuria managed to gather 3 votes out of them all. Superbia, Gula, and herself together almost had majority already. All Ancora had to do was agree with it, and they would have 4, giving them majority regardless of what the others would vote. First, I want to know, Ancora, did you get a me card? You should have found one by now. We need to have everyone ready for the vote as soon as possible. Yes, I know we have another hour. Shut up. Superbia was going to talk, but Tristitia cut her off as soon as she moved, which startled her enough to shut her up before she'd even said anything. You of all people should shut your mouth and let me talk. Where did that come from, you fat lard ass? I know what you've done, so if you don't want me to tell everyone else, you'd better shut up. Superbia was quick to retreat to her rabbit hole. Without any more interruptions, Tristitia resumed his questioning. Okay. So did you get a me card yet? Why are they even voting for Luxuria anyway? Did she have some change of heart? Was this her plan from the beginning? She can't bring herself to vote for anyone else. Avarisha stepped forward to say something against all odds. Before she talked, Ancora nodded. Sorry, Bia. I lied because I didn't feel ready to vote. Not again. Good. We can vote now, then. Can't that you don't want anyone to die again. And we're 5 minutes past the 3rd hour, and how many me cards do we have? 16 or something. And one's going with Vidi. Can't keep bickering like this. We need a plan. We need 39 me cards, or everybody dies. Running everyone with that fact, Tristitia caused a ripple of panic to spread across the group. Ancora found it a nice way to remind everyone of their current predicament. Ah, you're right. We are going to die. Even bigger of a reason to begin at once. That's why I should get the vote over with quickly. Just vote for me. Yeah, let's vote. Get this over with. Am I okay with this? To have Luxuria die by the vote? No, we can't vote for Lux. Lux has been the nicest girl so far, so we just vote for Bia. Yeah. She's the biggest threat, and she repeatedly refused to work with everyone else. Oh boy. Stop with these baseless accusations. Well, they're not too baseless, though. Fortunately for the matter at hand, it seemed that Gula and Luxuria agreed with Ancora. Oh. Huh. Didn't think it would be so easy. It's what the majority wants. Hey, wait a minute! That's not what we agreed on. What you agreed on? This little bitch told me to vote for her, and now she's saying to vote for me. That's duplicitous as fuck. I'm not putting my head in front of that shotgun. Unfortunately for Superbia, Luxuria swiped her me card before she could even realize what was going on. What the hell is this girl up to? I guess there's a reason she has the snake mask. The rabbit girl ran after the smaller one, but she was too fast, and soon the me card was in Superbia's console. Well, we're at it again. Oh shit. The others had followed the exchange while moving towards their consoles too, ready to jump in if Superbia didn't cooperate. Shortly after, all me cards were in, and Gula and Tristitia were pushing Superbia towards the shotgun. Jesus. This feels bad. You dickwads! You're fucking it up! I'm not the mastermind. You're all idiots. Stupid. Shit for brain morons. The insults kept coming as the clock ticked. Everyone took their spot as Superbia gesticulated. She slammed her vote down for someone, though it wouldn't change the ultimate outcome as everyone else was voting for her. Is it fine? I don't know. It feels like this is a mistake somehow. It does. Something feels extremely amiss with how easily this situation was overturned. It wasn't like Ancora had all the time in the world either. She was the last one to vote. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not too thrilled with that. Something feels weird. Oh, shit. The board exposed... Achievement unlocked. So long, bear well. Oh, no. The board exposed the votes much like before. What happened was surprising. Even though everyone seemingly voted for Superbia, Ancora was the one with 5 votes. What? Superbia only had 1 single vote. What? Are you all... Did you all set this up? Ancora stared in bewilderment at the results. It was the final thing she would stare at. Shit, the rest of the group must have banded together. I knew this was proceeding far too easily. Then a gunshot rang out, but Ancora could only hear the first bit of it before she died and her life faded away. With this outcome, she had surrendered her right to live. I guess I should have been more vigilant. I've tried to figure out what's going on so this didn't happen. Now that it's all over, there's no point in sticking around. Not that I can, anyway. Something wonky happened to the consoles, to the voting panels. Alas, it has nothing to do with me anymore. It's time to embrace eternity. And finally rest. Jesus, that's gotta be Lux doing something. That's fucked. That's gotta be Lux doing something to the consoles themselves. I feel like that's the hint we got from this. But the box remains shut. I will be damned. I will be thoroughly damned. So where does this leave us? It looks like we are downright. We are downright legitimately going to bat for Superbia here. I need to get that trust up. Help Ira. Good, that locks us into Ira's round. When's our next trust? Oh, right, actually. I feel like we should go with Avarisha and Gula, because that seems to result in a dead end of its own. Which intrigues me. There's... Can't hack Superbia, can't hack Gula. Yeah, there's definitely some plotting shenanigans going on outside of our knowledge. Let's at least sort out where we're at here. You never... Oddly, maybe... it was this conversation that prompted her to guess, turn this on us? Let's agree with the rest. Maybe it's better to forget about it then. They're right, Lux. She looked at the smaller girl who averted her gaze. In a way, Ancora felt bad about denying her. On the other hand, if the opportunity came again, maybe she could go back on her word. It just wasn't a good time right now, especially because 4 could outnumber 3, but after they'd vote out all 3 others, what then? How would the final death be decided? If things turned bloody, it certainly wouldn't look good for anyone again. Exactly. I am exceedingly grateful you could understand our tormenting dilemma. Luxuria and Ancora looked at the others. Avricia, Tristitia, and Invidia were all nodding their heads. Yes. Gula didn't seem to truly be sharing their opinion, but all she could give was a slight shrug towards the other 2, considering she was outnumbered. Okay, we're back in the norm. Now, let's do Avaricia and Gula. Mezzanine. I'll go with Ava and Ula. I think that's what I'd like most, and the teams can be balanced anyways, right? That's fine with the others. The silence that followed betrayed the lack of objections from the entire group. You know, this may seem a little sudden, but I've had a thought. A thought? A sudden thought? Yes, an epiphany. You know what an epiphany is, right? An epiphany is the specific moment where your mental prowess shines and arrives at a conclusion, or when you attain an extraordinary idea. It is, to put it simply, a short moment of utter clarity. Something like that. I'm not sure I'd say it like that, but anyway, I just had an epiphany, I think. Can't really talk about it yet, though. I'm still alive after we come out of the rooms. I might. Well, all that seems a little bit random. I don't even know what it's about. Just should change the subject, deciding to leave that matter up to another time. Alright then. I'll go fetch Bia. You guys can go to the rooms in the meantime. Remember, we're not exactly rich in time here, so we have to hurry a little. As to prove that fact, he left right afterwards. Ancora could understand his desire to not waste any time, given how more than 2 hours already went by. The next room shouldn't be too bad either. The last tried is the one I'm more worried about. For the time being, 39 minutes is ample time. We'll probably be done with it in a half hour. For the last ones, though, maybe it would be best to take some insurance. Well, hello there. This is totally happening on release day. We need 2 deaths in the next hour again, somehow, so that we have 2 hours of respite. All of those thoughts were interrupted when the team split up, leaving Avaricia and Gula alongside Ancora. The 3 of them remained quiet for a few moments. Shall we, as they say, get a move on? Need not I remind you that as Trista had eloquently put, our allotted time is substantially diminishing in these moments of inertia. Yes, well, I was waiting for you to be ready to go. That is quite the coincidence, as I was doing similarly. Politeness indicates that the eldest should step for the lead, after all. The eldest? Are you calling me old? I'm not as old as I look, trust me. Well, Ancora took the lead, understanding that time was working against them. The 2 others followed, focused in their exchange. Perhaps you would prefer sharing your progress in our common countdown, determination. Do you mean my age? It's awfully hard to understand what you're saying sometimes, even as a teacher. Gula snickered at that revelation, amused beyond words. I mean, Ava's not wrong. Oh, pardon me. I was not entirely certain of that fact. Now that I know, I could not help but find its notion hilarious. This means a student has surpassed their master, has she not? it means you assimilated a thesaurus, and if it means that a student is outclassing a teacher in speech patterns, yes, I would assume so. But a more flowery speech pattern doesn't necessarily make it better. Would you care to elaborate? What good is talking in such eloquence if no one understands you? And Cora listened to the two of them banter about the eldest student's choices of wording. However, after Avarisha's question, the two of them had fallen silent. It appeared Gula was taking those words into consideration. The entire time, the group had been on the move. The room closest to the next set of doors already had occupants. That's where Nvidia and Luxuria had gone. The other two rooms were to the left. Superbia and Tristitia were about to enter the one furthest away. Hey, good luck, a girl called out to the smaller group. Tristitia sent a wave, but Superbia only averted her head, and then the two of them vanished inside. Not sure if Superbia was her usual self, or if she was ashamed of herself. Either way, let's go already. Our time's so short. After casting a glance to her fellow companions, Cora led the way inside. She could tell the others were anticipating the discovery of what was inside of the room. Was it another classroom? The short answer was no. Oh, inside was a bar. It was a spacious one with a comfortable couch and a broken television screen. There were some books on a few shelves. The shelves behind the counter were littered with bottles of all kinds. Oh joy. Apologies, Cora, but you are not permitted to be here, so I shall have to demand your departure. Hey, why? What about you, huh? You're not allowed in here either. Myself? Your reasoning is erroneous. I am legal. 18 years old, thank you. Not in the US. Legal age would be 21. Thankfully, we are not located within the premises of the United States of America. Not that I believe, at least, unless our subjugation included a complete relocation as well. The group set off in their own separate ways for the 3:39 seconds they had to explore before me appeared to tell them all about the subject of this classroom. Even though it's not really a classroom. By now they should wise it up to the fact that their environment isn't like the school they're used to. If they can even remember the school itself yet. However, something is nagging at me, but I still can't put my finger on what exactly. Just an odd feeling. A long, low table was positioned in front of the couch. On it was an unfinished drink, but taking it betrayed the fact that it was entirely plastic. The television in front of the table was in a lamentable state. There was a door in the back, but a cursory exploration proved it was locked. Cripes! This door is indeed locked. I ponder what lay beyond. Figures you might have to unlock it to solve this entire room. What a bother. And then the 39 seconds elapsed. On the dot, their visions were all taken by me, just as the door leading outside of the room locked. Welcome to a crash course in explosives. What? This room's theme has to do with bombs and the likes. Why is this important? It will become more apparent later. Your quest for this room is, who set off the bombs? That's right, you have to figure out who the terrorist is in your group. Because there is a terrorist. Did you see the state of the school? Awful, so very awful. The animal who destroyed part of it took no one in consideration. All they had was blinded rage. Thankfully, most of you aren't involved in that blast. For the one who is, however, they would most likely be very annoyed if this information came to light. As a specification, I am not asking about their nickname. I want their real name. That is what you must figure out. Full name. First say their first name, and then their last name. I'll see you later. Well, the entire speech was much shorter this time around. Lasting only a minute or two. A group of three looked at each other from various points in the room, having been interrupted while they had been split up. Well, I hope there will be some kind of hint about their real name here. These rooms were built fairly so far. but I don't relish the idea of finding myself at an impasse. Then again, is it really fair to do that? We've picked those nicknames. Actually, we did not so much pick those nicknames as they were forced upon us. It came so very easily to go along with it once it popped into your head. Popped? That's kind of a strange way to put it for her. Clearing her throat, Gula continued, uninterrupted. I suppose we shall do our best to uncover this mystery, then. I do want to live, so yes. Where do we start? We begin investigating the area surrounding this beverage-clad surface. And Cora? Yes? Pray remain as far as you can manage from this corner. Alcoholic beverages are not suitable for minors. You're only barely older than me, but fine. Though there's no alcohol, I want to be let in to investigate that place too. Very well, I shall take your plea in consideration. I'm woefully uncertain as of now, however. However, my opinion may be differently constructed in the coming times. Have you both lost your minds? Who even has time to worry over legality and illegality here? Just search the room. I'll take the TV area. That meant that for the next 35 minutes, Cora would have more or less free reign over which areas she investigated. Don't forget to bring everything you find to the same spot so we can go over everything easily. Can't let any clues pass by before we deduce the answer. I'm also in agreement with this consolidation of found treasures. Let us away towards the vastness of this proletarian establishment. Just please speak words that make sense. Her vocabulary's back. Something's going on with her speech patterns, and I can't make heads or tails of it. I wouldn't really call them treasures. Fair. Deduction time. Okay. That's nothing. Yeah, she was, She was like... If she's always going at 100% Gula vocabulary, for a while there she's going at like 20 to 30% Gula vocabulary. Minimal. Okay, but I think for the moment, we're going to end off here. When we return, we'll investigate the bar. The bar. Until next time. Until then.